having a nice day. I'm here to show you my makes for August, but before I do that I want to say a massive thank you to any new followers that are here. Hello, welcome. And also to those of you that have been watching these videos with me for over a year, I think now. So thank you so much for subscribing and for staying with it. Okay, so I have got 4 makes to show you. I am wearing the first one, and I managed to do all of the fabrics that I said I was going to use, so I'm really pleased, but it meant I spent the whole weekend sewing, so this has not been finished yet, but I have managed to finish everything else. But yeah, I need to still put a thread loop and a little button on this to fasten it. But let me step back and show you it. So here it is. I opted for a pussy bow blouse, and I did the version with the V-neck because I find that the most flattering on me. And I've made a size 10. I sometimes make size 8 and sometimes make size 10, but I think I prefer it slightly looser. So this is a size 10, and when these are finished, they will have nice little buttons and thread loops on them. And yeah, this is the tie. You can see it. Like so, and I'm wearing it with some skinny jeans right now, so I am so pleased that I decided to make this into a blouse and not a dress, because today is the first day that I actually feel a little bit cold. So I've had all the windows open in the flat for pretty much most of the summer, just airing it, and today it feels too cold for that, and it's raining outside, so I'm glad that I made a pussy bow blouse, because I will wear it a lot more, I think, over the next few months. So, and I can wear it with a nice chunky cardi if it's cold, or I can put a vest underneath. So yes, I'm very pleased, and this fabric is just so beautiful. I think I'm going to be really naughty and just pinch an extra 2 meters because I love it so much. I just know that I'll want to make something else out of it. But I think we still do have some left, but it has been selling quite quickly, but we do still have some left because I bought so much of it at the beginning. So I hope when you watch this, there is still some left. Anyway, so very pleased with my first make. Absolutely perfect fabric for a pussy bow blouse, guys. So if you have already bought some and you're thinking of doing this, it's a great fabric for this. It would also work for the Anderson blouse as well, and probably the Susie blouse. So it's a perfect blouse fabric. Okay, on to the next one. And ta-da! This is my next make, which was my rosy dress hack, which, can I stand a little bit further back so you can see? So this is the rosy dress bodice with the thick straps, and then I put our pencil skirt on the bottom, so it's got the split in the back, and yep, it basically was really easy to do. Because I did this in a stretch cotton, it was a really easy hack to do. All that I had to do is try and make the darts line up. So at the front, I had to move the darts in the pencil skirt so that the darts were in line with the panels. And at the back, I don't think I could do it at the back because it just wasn't going to work fit-wise, so I just left them. But I thought it didn't matter so much because the back is less obvious. It's more important that the front lines up. So yeah, I'm really pleased with it. It's a perfect kind of combination of 2 patterns. But you would definitely need to use a stretch cotton because it is quite fitted. And actually what I found is that I really needed to fit the top part of the rosy dress even more. So I have a pattern that's fitted already for me for the rosy dress, but I don't know why I'm out of breath. Sorry. I think it's because I ran to get changed and then I've run back into shot. But yes, I can just be calm, Lisa. Okay, so I'm going to stand up because you can't see as I'm talking in this frame. So yes, it was really big here, and I had to take it in more here because the pattern I have fits me beautifully in a woven fabric, but because this is a woven stretch fabric, it was far too gapey here, and so now you can see it fits me really nicely. But yeah, because of the stretch, you really do have to do that. And another thing that you have to do is you need to stay the neckline. So if you're making this without the collar in a woven, there isn't any need to particularly to stay that, but because this is stretch, I stayed it. So what I mean by that is I stitched a ribbon into the seam so that it didn't stretch any further. So this is, you can see here, it's a stretchy fabric, but here it's just not stretching because I've got a ribbon in there to stop it from stretching. But then down here it's nice and stretchy, and obviously in the skirt it's nice and stretchy, so it's really comfy. And I did make it in time to wear it to the wedding, so we had a London wedding to wear it to the party bit. And those of you that follow me on Instagram, I did a little Instagram stories of me walking to the wedding in this, so you will have seen a sneak peek of it then. But yeah, I wore it and it was great, it was perfect, and I did lots of dancing in it, and it was really comfy, and I could dance in it as well, so even though it was tight because it was stretch cotton, it was, yeah, perfect for dancing. So I definitely recommend this hack. The other thing you'll have to do is the pencil skirt is meant to go above the waist, but you can see quite clearly where the line from where the natural waist is, because the darts change. So if you look at the pencil skirt pattern, and this is our ultimate pencil skirt, guys, I'm talking about, so I'll put a link to our pattern below. But if you have a look at that, then you'll see that the dart is sort of shaped like that, and then suddenly it changes and there's almost like a corner, an angle on the dart. That's the natural waist. So that's the point where you want to cut it off and obviously fit it to that point, because then the rosy dress goes down to the natural waist and then the two can meet. Anyway, I don't know if I'll be wearing this dress again until next spring, but I am actually going to take it with me when we go to New York, and when we go to, because we'll be in America for 2 weeks. So have I told you where we're going? I can't remember if I have, but we're going to New York, Washington, Philadelphia, and then we're also going to go to Cape Cod for a few days and up to the Catskills. So I've heard that the weather will be still really nice, fingers crossed. So it might be that I could wear this out for dinner one night in New York or in Cape Cod, I'm not sure. I don't really know yet how dressed up people are in Cape Cod. I think they probably are a little bit more low key. But yeah, I think New York can handle this dress. So if the weather is up for it, I'm going to try and get one more wear out of it this year. But yeah, thumbs up, guys. Definitely do this hack if you want to have a kind of bit more of a sexy rosy dress version. And this stretch cotton is just so lovely. I don't know if I told you, but this is ex Paul Smith. So when I bought it from my supplier, he told me that. Sometimes he tells me if there's a couple of suppliers that I have, they buy from designers. And I don't know if I'm meant to advertise it on the site that it's ex Paul Smith, just in case Paul Smith would get annoyed. But it is. So sorry, Paul Smith people, but this fabric, I don't know what you did with this fabric, but I think this fabric is pretty good for this pattern. And I also pinched an extra metre of it for myself because I was like, I really do want to make some trousers out of this. So I've got some ultimate trousers waiting to be made out of it as well. So it's perfect for that as well. I don't know if there's some left, but if there is, we'll be putting the link to it in the comments below so you can buy some as well. Okay, so a massive thumbs up for make number 2, and I'm going to go on to the next one. Ta-da! Swish, swish, swish. Whee! I made my full circle skirt out of my toucan fabric. Can you see it here? It's just such perfect fabric for a 50s skirt. I think it's so 50s, that kind of novelty, big novelty print. So I am very happy with this. And I was very happy with it the weekend because I forgot how quick it is to, and easy it is to make a full circle skirt. So compared to the other things, I think I made this in about an hour and a half. And I haven't actually, I've got a pin in fastening it here. So I haven't quite finished the back of this one either. But I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to wear it with tights as well. So if I wear a slip, I don't know, what do you think? Do you think I've got bare legs now with it, but will it look weird with black tights, or will it be okay with black tights? I think it will be okay. But yeah, I'm hoping so, because it is, I mean, it's perfect for a spring skirt, and I love it with this, one of my favourite cardies. But yeah, it's just a bit cold now for bare legs. And I might do the whole flesh tight thing for a bit longer, but by the time I come back from holiday, it's going to be well into October and it's going to be really cold, so I want to wear this more. So I will maybe take it on holiday with me, although I don't know if it will be that kind of holiday to be wearing it, but I'm going to try and get some wear out of it before it's really, really too cold. But yeah, I love it. It's really, really funky. My new funky 50s circle skirt. Right, so I'm still out of breath. What's wrong with me? I think I'm rushing too much. It's also because it's really cold, so I don't want to, when I'm changing quickly in the spare room, I'm like, quick, put something on, it's so cold, and then I'm rushing here to do this, and I'm a bit worried because I know that builders and various people will be arriving soon, so maybe that's why I'm trying to rush through this vlog so that I get it recorded before everybody arrives. Anyway, I am going to put on the last make, and I'm sorry but I did not do what I said I was going to do with this last fabric, but I will explain that in a second. Okay guys, this is my final make. So this is a shift dress, an ultimate shift dress that I made out of it. I'll stand back so you can see. So what I did is I put a navy fabric behind it, and I left the sleeves sheer so that I can wear tights. So I've got navy tights with it. So this is something I can wear in the autumn and the winter, because I decided, and I'm so glad I decided this, but I decided that it's just gonna, if I made a skirt out of this, it would just be another thing in my wardrobe that I wouldn't be able to wear for a year or until next spring, summer. So I kind of was like, I really want to make something that I'm going to be able to wear, because I've got two things that I'm a bit like, not sure how much longer I'll be able to wear them for. So I wanted this one to be something I could definitely wear, and I'm so pleased with it. I just think this, it's like, it's got a really 60s vibe to it. I think the print particularly, the fabric with the cutouts, it's like a really 60s vibe, especially because they're like little squares, and I'm really pleased that I chose navy to put underneath it because it does go really nicely with the tights. And the fabric that I chose to put underneath it is actually it's a really strange fabric. It feels like it's cotton, but it's quite sheeny, so it doesn't need a slip, so it sort of sits over the tights really nicely. So to tell you how I did this, because it wasn't sort of a simple method of construction. So first, what I decided, often when you have lace or cut-out fabric that you're backing, you would do what we call is mounting. So when you mount something, you cut out all your pieces, and then you take your outer fabric and you put your inside fabric right side to wrong side. So you put the right side of the inside fabric to the wrong side of the outside fabric, so that when you look through, you've got the right side of the fabric there. However, I wanted to make sure that I did something with the neckline. So what I actually did first, if you can see here, this has been bagged out. So the first thing I did is I stitched the front piece and the back pieces at the neckline. So I took the inside navy fabric and the outside turquoise fabric and placed them right sides together, and at the neckline I stitched them, and then I understitched them so that they're finished, the neckline was finished. And then I mounted the pieces. So then I stitched it across the shoulders and across the armholes, just around these pieces. So I didn't join the front or the back together at this point. I just joined the navy fabric and the turquoise fabric at the shoulder seams, at the side seams, so that I could then start to make the rest of the dress as though it was one fabric. So then if you look at my dart, you'll see there's no turquoise fabric showing through the holes. I created that dart and I took all of the fabric together, so the navy and the turquoise, and stitched the darts in as one. And then I did my darts, then I did my shoulder seams and just carried on stitching the dress together, and then the side seams, and then I put the sleeves in, and the sleeves are the sheer, so without any backing fabric. But yeah, and then the hem, what I did is I overlocked the raw edges of the navy and the turquoise together so that there was one, and then I folded it up and did a double hem and slip stitched it in place so that there's nothing showing through on the outer. So just sort of slip stitched it to the navy. But yeah, slightly more complicated construction, but that way you get a really nice neat neckline and you don't have to use a facing. And I didn't want to use a facing because I was worried it was going to be too bulky, so that's why I did it the way I did it. There we go. So there are my makes for August. I hope you like them. I hope they inspired you to do some things with your fabrics. And yeah, I really enjoyed making them actually, even though it was a bit of a rush making the 3 things. So I made the dress for the wedding a while ago, but the rest of these 3 things I did this weekend. But I did have a nice sewing weekend, which was good. So next week I have something very, very, very exciting to tell you. This is the big secret that I have not been able to tell you for a while. So you may have seen me hint to it over the past few weeks. But next week, tune in on Wednesday to hear a massive announcement. It's very exciting. I'm very happy about it. It's been something I've been working on for a long time, and it's so nice to finally get it out there into the wild. So yes, so for the rest of this week I'm doing lots of final tweaks and changes and various bits and bobs for this project. And then we're also getting ready for the Handmade Fair. So any of you who are in London, we will be at the Handmade Fair. I cannot remember the name of our the number of our stand, but I will put the link to it in the comments below. So come and see us. I will be there on the Friday and also on the Sunday. On the Friday I'm going to be on stage doing a Molly Makes mashup. So you can come and see me on stage do that, or you can just come say hi to me on the stand. Unfortunately, I'm not there on the Saturday because it's one of my best friend's wedding and I'm her bridesmaid, so that's why I won't be there on the Saturday, but I will be there. I'm going to drive, so the wedding is in Dorset, and I'm going to drive the moment I finish on the Friday night straight down, and then on the Sunday morning I'm going to get up really early and drive over to the Handmade Fair. So I'll be there hopefully about midday, fingers crossed. So yes, I'm sorry if you're coming on the Saturday and I won't be there, but I'm sure you'll have an amazing time. I love the Handmade Fair. It's got such lovely stalls there, and it's just got a really kind of great country fair vibe. So yeah, they do it really nicely. And if you're a big fan of Kirsty, you will see her around. She comes out and about and gets involved, and yeah, she's very much present, which is really impressive. She usually drives around in this little golf buggy, so you'll see her, I'm sure. So that is it for this week. I'm going to get on with all those busy things that I've got to get on with. This weekend, so when you're seeing this, I'm actually going to be in Italy. So I know it seems ridiculous that I'm going on holiday again, but I'm away with Matt's family for this lovely long weekend, and we're just going to be in this villa, I think, just outside of Perugia. So I'm very excited, especially so because Perugia is where I studied Italian for a year on my Erasmus course, and I haven't been there for a few years, so it'd be nice to go back there and see what it's like. Although there has been an awful earthquake in that area, I'm sure you've heard about it on the news, so fortunately it's not quite where we're staying, but yeah, very, very upsetting. Anyway, and then I'll be back to the Handmade Fair, and then I'll be off to New York. So yes, I will see you next week, and yeah, cannot wait to tell you what I've got to tell you. See you then, bye!